Algebra Half, Lesson 23 is on page 78. Please join me there. First of a few terms for us to make sure we're confident on is denominate number. Not denominator, different, denominate number. It's a number you've been using for years, you just never knew there was a word for it. Denominate number might be 4, combined with words like inches. The 4 is a denominate number because it's a number attached to a word. And what do we call these, of course? You forget them, it's half wrong. Units, right? Units. So we've got two terms that we just needed to review. Now, you've heard of the metric system, which is where we use meters, kilometers, even centimeters, even grams, even kilograms, right? It's very organized. It's very systematic. Well, the United States isn't known for organization and systematic anything, really. We're known for doing things our way. And the U.S. Customary system is an excellent example of having our own system, where instead of a meter, we use what's called a foot. That was simply based on the size of some guy's foot, which tells us 12 inches. And it's grouped that way, right? Not on a base 10. It's not 10 and then 100. You can't just move the decimal in what's called the U.S. Customary system. It's all wonky because nothing's based on a perfect 10. What's another really common one? How about 1 mile, right? Just a little more than a kilometer. How many feet? Maybe you know it from Remember the Titans. Maybe you know it from that McDonald's billboard that used to be up. 5,280 feet to a mile. How about weight equivalents? Do you know your ounces to a pound? First of all, OZ is abbreviation for ounces. LB, of course, for pounds. How many ounces inside of one? Not one, but 16. Any others in the U.S. customary system realm we should review? One that does come to mind, I'm just going to forewarn you, though I don't think we're going to run into it for a little bit, when we want to convert from U.S. customary to metric, right? What's bigger, an inch or a centimeter? Inch. If you just look at your ruler, you would know. How many centimeters to an inch? Do you remember? 2.54 centimeters. This becomes really handy when you need to go from one to the other or vice versa. Okay? Keep that one in mind for the future. Now, let's just do a couple of what we call unit multipliers. Using units to convert, and we multiply. We use the operation of multiplication for this. First one is our first example on page 79. It's not too bad. Use a unit multiplier to convert from feet to yards. Remember, the first step is to write what you're starting with. Don't start converting yet. I want to show units in my operating, and to start out here, let's show it over 1 so that everything's over 1. You can show multiplication that way. Now, we need to remember, what is the conversion of units from feet to yards? We didn't go over this one. How many feet to a yard? This should be 3 feet, 1 yard. Why did I put feet on the bottom? Because we need to be able to cancel out those units. That's why the units are so helpful to show. We'll be going like that. We only need 1. This is called a unit multiplier right here. We used 1 as the directions said, so we're ready to solve. We have a yard left over. There's nothing to cancel it, so our answer is in yards. Just 1, not squared or cubed. 420 times 1 over 3. Is that reduced? Add your digits. And 6 is divided by 3. Therefore, 420 must be divisible by 3. 420 divided by 3 will be 140 yards. you show it that way. Remember your label, or it's half off. Let's do one more. This lesson's only using one unit multiplier. So for one more time, we're going to need a unit multiplier, just the one. But we don't start there. We start with what we have to begin with, 4 tons. You can abbreviate tons with a T. Show it over 1, multiplied, and we only need 1. Now, I can already tell you without even looking where we're going, tons also needs to be written down here so that we're going to be able to cancel them. Now, are tons bigger or smaller than pounds? That's just sort of life knowledge. You need to be able to solve this. They're bigger. Therefore, only 1 ton is needed for several pounds. And I think that conversion is 2,000. That's how big we're talking. I mean, we're talking from peanuts to elephants here. But yeah. So we go 2,000 pounds on top. Nothing to cancel them. So we have pounds in our answer. 4 times 2,000, easy mental math. 8,000 pounds. Pick a practice problem between A and C and a practice problem between D and E. If you really want to challenge yourself, check out E. That is a ton of difficult math right there. Get it? Have a good day.